This mind hack turns your brain into a weapon. Not a toy, not a tool, but a weapon sharp, precise, and unrelenting. It's the kind of power that cuts through doubt, obliterates procrastination, and makes you move with the focus of a predator in a world full of prey. But let's be clear, this isn't for the weak. It's not for those who cling to comfort, who flinch at resistance, or who need applause to feel alive. This is for the ones ready to forge their mind into something unstoppable. Something that doesn't just think it strikes. You felt it, haven't you? That moment when your brain betrays you, when you know what to do, but you freeze, when your instincts scream to act, but doubt whispers, "Not yet." That's not a flaw. That's a leash installed by years of conditioning, designed to keep you tame, predictable, controllable. This mind hack is the blade that cuts that leash. It's the switch that turns your brain from a cage of hesitation into a weapon of execution. But power like this comes with a price. It demands discipline. It demands courage. And it demands you face the truth. Once you unleash this weapon, there's no going back. Let's start with the lie you've been fed. Your brain isn't weak because you lack talent or willpower. It's weak because it's been trained to obey from the moment you could think. The world taught you to wait. Wait for permission. Wait for approval. Wait for the perfect moment that never comes. Those weren't just rules, they were neural scripts, etched into your nervous system, designed to make you hesitate before you act, to seek safety before you strike. Every time you pause, overthink, or second guess, you're running that script. It's not your fault. It's programming. But here's the good news. Programming can be rewritten. This mind hack isn't about positive thinking or shallow affirmations. It's about rewiring your brain to act without permission, to trust its own instincts, to move with lethal precision. It's about turning your mind into a weapon that doesn't flinch, doesn't falter, doesn't apologize. Because in a world that thrives on distraction and doubt, a focused mind is a force of nature. Here's the science behind it. When you hesitate, your brain's amygdala, the fear center, lights up, pumping cortisol to keep you safe. It's a survival mechanism, but it's outdated. It was built for dodging predators, not for crushing goals. This mind hack flips the script. It trains your brain to bypass the amygdala and activate the prefrontal cortex, the part that plans, decides, and executes. Every time you act without waiting for approval, you trigger a dopamine rush, reinforcing the behavior. Your testosterone spikes, boosting confidence and drive. Serotonin stabilizes your mood, making you unshakable. This isn't theory, it's chemistry. Your brain is a machine, and this hack is the code that unlocks its full power. But power isn't free. A weapon in untrained hands is a disaster. Without discipline, this hack can turn you into a reckless force, burning bridges, ignoring warnings, destroying what you're trying to build. That's why this isn't for the weak. It's for those ready to wield their mind with precision, not chaos. Let's get to the core. Most people don't fail because they lack skill. They fail because their brain is addicted to validation. You know the feeling. Alone. You're sharp, focused, unstoppable. But the moment eyes are on you, a boss, a crowd, a critic, your mind stutters, your voice shakes, you shrink. Why? Because you were taught that power comes from approval, from likes, nods, applause. But that's a trap. The moment your brain relies on external feedback, you're no longer free. You're a puppet, dancing to someone else's tune. This mind hack breaks that cycle. It teaches your brain to validate itself. Every time you act before you're ready. Every time you speak without scanning for reactions. Every time you choose boldness over safety. You forge a neural loop of autonomy. Your brain learns to reward itself. It stops begging for permission and starts issuing commands. That's when you become dangerous, not to others, but to the doubts that once controlled you. Here's how you build this weapon. These aren't tips. They're rituals to rewire your brain. First, the strike first ritual. Every day, pick one action you've been avoiding: a call, a decision, a task, and do it immediately. No planning, no overthinking. The goal isn't perfection. It's to train your brain to move without hesitation. Each strike builds the muscle of instinct. Second, the mirror command. Every morning, stand in front of a mirror and say, "My mind is a weapon. I act without fear. I trust my edge." This isn't motivational fluff, it's neural conditioning. Your brain responds to spoken commands, reinforcing your internal authority. Third, the fast validation detox. Stop seeking approval for your actions. Catch yourself explaining too much, apologizing for your focus, or waiting for a nod. Replace it with silence and directness. This teaches your nervous system that your presence is enough. Fourth, the private forge. Once a week, do something hard that no one sees. Write a bold idea, tackle a tough problem, or push your limits in silence. Why? Because a brain that performs for applause is weak. A brain that sharpens itself in private is lethal. But here's the warning: this mind hack is a flame. It can light your path or burn you alive. A brain turned into a weapon is powerful, but without control, it becomes reckless. You'll start to believe you're always right. That feedback is weakness. That caution is cowardice. That's the trap. Unchecked power breeds arrogance, and arrogance is the death of growth. You've seen it: brilliant minds who fall because they stopped listening, stopped learning, stopped questioning. They turned their weapon on themselves. To avoid this, you need discipline. First, the reality check ritual. Once a week, ask someone you trust to challenge your thinking. Invite criticism, not flattery. It's not weakness, it's maintenance. A sharp weapon needs honing. Second, the failure log. Every night, write down one mistake you made, not to dwell, but to remind yourself you're not infallible. Humility keeps your power grounded. Third, the ego anchor. Study the downfall of those who let their minds become reckless CEOs. Leaders, visionaries. Let their stories be your warning. A weapon is only as strong as the hand that wields it. Let's be brutally honest. The world doesn't want you to have this power. It's built to keep you distracted, doubting, dependent. Every notification, every comparison, every wait your turn is designed to dull your edge. But with this mind hack, you break free. You stop waiting for the world to say go. You become the signal, the spark, the strike. And here's the twist: the more you trust your brain, the more the world trusts you. People feel it when you move with purpose. They sense the weapon you forged not because you flaunt it, but because it radiates. But by then, you won't need their approval. You'll be too busy carving your path. This isn't about being loud. It's about being lethal in your focus, precise in your actions, unshakable in your resolve. A mind that's a weapon doesn't shout. It strikes. Here's the final truth. Power like this isn't a gift. It's a responsibility. A brain turned into a weapon can create or destroy. It can build empires or burn them down. It can inspire others or intimidate them. The difference lies in how you wield it. So train it, sharpen it, but never let it run wild. Ask yourself daily, is my mind creating or consuming? Is it lifting or crushing? Because a weapon without purpose is just chaos. You're not here to be chaotic. You're here to be unstoppable. This mind hack is your blueprint. It's not for the weak. Because the weak cling to safety, and safety dulls the blade. But you're ready to forge something sharper, something that cuts through the noise and leaves a mark. The world is full of dull minds. Be the one that slices through. Before we close, let me tell you something. If you're not just watching, but ready to forge your mind into a weapon, to master the hacks, the psychology, the relentless edge, it's all waiting for you. No fluff, no theory, just pure mental weaponry. Check the pinned comment for the link to unlock it all. Now, back to the mission. You've got the blueprint. You've got the spark. Start today. Turn your brain into a weapon and watch